Hi, Leo. This is Jess with your July 9th, 2020 Thru Tarot Weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Very reflective week. Very reflective, analytical, restorative week. I see for some of you Leos. I feel like you're being very conscious, very clear, discerning, concerned about things, knowing that certain things need action and decision, but probably, excuse me, reserving that for a later date. Okay. Possibly, I do feel a lot of emotion from some of you, but stealing the emotion, not acting on whatever you're feeling deep down inside, right? And in that stillness and in that quiet, you do become more reflective, and through it, it allows for you to process whatever these emotions are, okay? Because you do have concern. You could even be speaking to someone, counseling, getting some counsel or advice, and it could be a trip. Some of you are taking a trip, and it is long distance. It could be for work. It could be for career. It could be for business, but it is to make some type of change, okay, in business. It could also be trying to create a different way in which you do business for some of you who probably have import exports. Now, again, in this restorative time when you are by yourself and just thinking about where you've been, where you're going, how you feel about stuff, you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything. You're being quiet. You may even be very private and not sharing with people how you feel and what's going on with you deep down inside. But in that stillness and that quietness, I feel that you are breaking the chains mentally and getting yourself out of this bondage. For some of you, there could be lies or deceit that normally, however you would handle it in the past, you're not this time around. You are going to take more of a, as I said, you're going to go within and you're going to kind of like evaluate what's going on before you act on it. But I do see by next week, you get a handle on the situation and you're ready to either make a decision. Now, some of you, you may let work be more of a focus and, you know, not make your full decision and just really focus on work. You will be really busy around your birthday season, and happy birthday in advance if I don't say it around your birthday time, because I usually forget. For some of you, you're not working. Yeah, a lot of people aren't. And for some of you, you are not working. Money seems, it may feel, some of you could just be doing just fine financially, right? You may have a couple of streams of income. But others of you, even in that, there's some sense of feeling like money is a little bit, it's not coming in and flowing in as it normally is. But for those of you who have lost your job, you're kind of, the stress is trying to figure out, when am I going back to work? Will I be back to work? Am I getting called back in? What the hell is going on? I'm waiting. Some of you could be down to your last few. And I just said that to Cancer. So, that's a theme this week. And if you have like an untraditional, unconventional sort of work that you do, I feel for some of you, you may, especially if it's like sales-based business where it's all in your efforts, right, to drive revenue in. I feel that you may feel like this is a low period this week, right, and that people are just not on board. It seems to be the running theme this week. So you may feel like as much effort as you're putting into toward work, you're not seeing the rewards. Okay. That may even run all the way through August. And you may feel like, freak this. I'm not putting all this effort in. I'm not getting the kind of money I know I'm going to get at this time, is what it looks like to me. But I feel even in your birthday time, that things are going to, it's going to improve in your birthday time. Okay. It will improve as far as finances are concerned. And you may, for those of you self-employed, even if you do shift work, you may pick up more hours in August. And also, if you've been waiting to find out when you're going back, will you be the one going back? You will find out probably in August as well. So let's get into love. Leo singles. I'm seeing a huge change in you Leos. I've been seeing it for the little bit of readings that I do, but I'm seeing a really huge change in you guys. You are getting really clear about what's going on in your life. You can smell a thief, a liar, a cheat, a deceiver, a player, a mile away. A mile away. And I feel that some of you, it's like you're going through the motions all over again with someone. They're being cold, they're being distant. you're concerned. You've been concerned. When they go through this process, that's what happens. You have to think and ponder and see what's going on. It's like for some of you singles, you are trying to distance yourself from someone that you have very strong emotions for, and or someone could be doing that toward you, as can go vice versa. But there's a way in which you're handling the situation. It's like, change has to happen, and it's not going to happen unless you do something about it. And so there's this understanding that I need to press the stop button. I need to make some changes so that I'm not keeping this going. And that's kind of what I see here. You are in a place of like fantasy and thinking and going back and forth of what could have been, what do I want it to be versus the reality of what it is. And even in that doesn't make you rush back to someone or call someone, or even if you just met someone and you were kind of smitten with them, you're not just rushing out as you would normally do. And you're just taking your time because you may already sense and know that this isn't going anywhere. This person, or I'm using them. It could be that, that your feelings are not pure and you're going to use them for the time being. And you just kind of don't want to do that anymore. Or that might be the case with this person. And again, you don't want to do that anymore. And you're tired of lying or deceiving, meaning people lying and deceiving you and people using, because some of you're dealing with someone as, some of you have dealt with someone, singles, who, no matter what you did, how you did it, and, how long you did it for, it was never enough. It was never good enough, right? And so a lot of you Leo singles, I see just really kind of seeing things for what they are. You may have found out something major about someone, that they lied to you. And it's like, again, you are looking at this situation for what it is. You're not trying to make it be what you want it to be. You're not living in fantasy land. It's like, no, this is what it is. And this is who I'm dealing with. And this is how I'm going to handle the situation. So there's that. Let's see what's coming up for you, Leo singles. Yeah, deciding to free yourself from a situation. It's not going to work because there's third-party energy here. It was a loss because you were definitely willing to invest. Hell, some of you may have put a lot of energy and effort into this situation. And I do see that there could be somebody new on the horizon coming for you. Absolutely. And there's a news cycle that some of you are going to embark on with someone new. You may not have as much energy as you used to, but I feel it's like you don't hear from the person, and then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere with a vengeance, and now it's like they're after you 100%. This could be you doing this with someone as well. This could be your past coming back again. I feel for any of you that's dealing with past relationships, I don't think it's going to work long term. Yeah, I see a lot of past relationship stuff that you have unfinished business with, whether it be for one reason or another. You have past relationship stuff. I don't see it kind of working long term for some of you Leos. New stuff looks like it could be really good and on the horizon. Also, if you're focusing on your finances and career, that looks really good for you as well. And just let love come to you, because it's definitely coming, but it looks more like old stuff. But new stuff could come. The only thing is that your emotions is still tied up with old people. So there's still that needing to kind of unfinish. Sometimes you don't need to unfinish. You don't need to finish anything. It's finished. You just have to be consistently walking forward so that becomes no longer. But I'm not going to lecture you guys. Now let's look at Leo couples. I feel for some of you, you're not in the best place with your person. Okay, there could have been a fight, a fallout, discord, and you may feel like you're on a losing end because you're trying to kind of make amends and trying to, be done with it and say, okay, let's move on from this. This person may be still kind of stuck in that place, okay, not being able to see eye to eye. For some of you, it is unrequited love, so there could be someone loving while the other one doesn't anymore, no longer loves the other person. And I do feel like the situation still needs time to play out. There is someone here for some of you that could literally be like dragging you through hell. They don't want to forgive you. It's going to take 50 obstacle courses to get through just for them to maybe decide if they're going to work this out with you again. It's like, what? Good luck with that. Fire signs isn't gonna, be so patient. Fire signs, a week is patient for fire signs. So I don't know how much they're gonna want out of you, Leo, but someone wants a lot. I do feel for some of you, if you live together, you guys are definitely going to be working the situation out. But it almost seems like two people are very separate. Being nice and cordial and I still love you. And there's love here. But I feel like there isn't a lot of communication and physically working on whatever this is. So that seems to be the challenge. And then that love, that connection that you guys once had is challenged right now. So a little challenge could even be damaged, but it is very challenged. And you know what's going on. You know how you feel about this situation, but you're not saying anything. You're not going to tell them anything, because it's almost like the moment you do, they may invalidate. They may know exactly what to say or to do to literally change you and have you stressed out. Right? So you're keeping the peace, but you're also not going to bow down, and you're not going to be so vulnerable, because I don't really feel like a lot of you trust it, especially if you're a man here. Man doesn't really trust it, so he's not really going to say much. The woman is like, some woman here is waiting to cut his neck off or just give a person a what for, definitely by next week. It's going to be a lot of harsh energy. Someone may feel a little bit resentful over what has gone on in this relationship. Yeah, someone is going to want to cut this relationship off. But again, it's a new beginning. It's like, there could be third party energy here. And it makes it very difficult because somebody is not, it could be third, fourth party energy going on here. And it's very difficult because somebody is not letting other people go. And even though this outside energy just doesn't work, it just does, because whoever's in the relationship, the person that is being cheated on, they're not going to tolerate that. So there's a sense of like, this isn't going to work out. Either we're going to be together and this is going to be us, or I'm going to leave you every time I catch you stepping out. It's kind of what it looks like to me. So it's not going to work. But I feel like somebody is going to slow that down. Okay, it may not be forever, but they may slow it down. I feel like, again, harsh words, not enough love exchange. And someone could be showing mixed messages. Here is what it looks like to me. And someone doesn't really trust. Someone has no trust for someone when they travel or they go out of town or they go away for whatever, because it's almost like their energy change. When they're home, they're like emotionally distant, almost like they're not happy. But when they travel, when they go away, when they're on their own, all of a sudden now they're happy. All of a sudden now they want to be sweet. All of a sudden now, well, I'm going to bring you this back, or I'll do this and that and this and that, And then they may spend money, overspend money, lose money, and always saying, well, I have this to do. I've got to go take care of this. There's travel coming up here. I feel like someone is really bad at money management. Horrible. They take too many risks at the expense of mental and financial responsibility or maturity or stability, right? And they have a partner who is very stable here. Okay, someone else is very stable in the partnership. I see, for some of you, I definitely see a relationship ending, because someone just isn't going to stop their, player-like ways, is what it looks like to me. It's like, a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round, they stop, they start back up again, they stop. It's like they're nice when they're away because they know they're up to no good and making all these promises and bringing back trinkets and all of this stuff. And then when they're home for a while, then they become cold and distant and almost as if they don't want to be there up until it's time for them to go again. And someone literally doesn't want to say that I want to I've been telling Leos for a while now. Some Leos want an unconventional relationship. They want the convenience and the security of home and all of that, but they want the freedoms and liberties to roam and do whatever they want to do, but just leave the door unlocked. Just leave the food on the table at night, that sort of thing. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship. How does your person feel about you? How do they feel about the relationship? What do they want to tell you deep down inside? What is the challenge in this relationship? What is their challenge? What secrets are they keeping? What will their actions be currently? And ultimately, what's going to be the outcome of your relationship? If you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. If you would like to share, do so in the comment section below. If you want a personal reading with me, you can click the link to my website and set something up for yourself. And if you are new to this channel, well, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Leos.